Number 3 on page 49. Jasmine and Rosalind compete in a race. At the beginning of the race, Jasmine runs at a rate of 6 miles per hour, and Rosalind runs at a rate of 6.2 miles per hour. Towards the end of the race, Jasmine increases her speed to 6.6 miles per hour. If Rosalind increases her speed by the same percent as Jasmine, how fast is she running at the end of the race? Okay, so we're going to have to find our percent of change. That's going to be the amount of change. This is one of those formulas you want to memorize, over the original amount. Original amount. So we've got to find out how much Jasmine increased her speed. So she went from 6 miles per hour, says Jasmine went from 6, and then she increased it to 6.6. So we got 6.6 minus 6. That gives us the amount of change, and her original speed was 6 miles per hour. So 6.6 minus 6 gives us 0.6 out of the original speed of 6. That's how much she increased. Now, 0.6 over 6, if we did top in, bottom out, or we'd get to 0.1 if we divided this, 0.1, which is 10%. You just move the decimal one time to the left to find 10% of a number. 0.6 is 10% of 6. So she increased her speed by 10%. So that means that Rosalind also increased her speed by 10%. So 10% of 6.2, we just move the decimal once to find 10%. 10% of 6.2 equals, just move this guy one time to the left, 0.62. So that's how much she increased her speed by. We also could have gotten this number by doing 0.1 times 6.2. That also would have given us the 0.62. Just turn it to a decimal and multiply. Always works to find the percent of a number. So Rosalind increased her speed by 0.62 or 62 hundredths miles per hour. So she started at 6.2 miles per hour. 6.2. She increased it by 0.62. We got to make sure we line up our decimal here when we're adding. So she started her original speed 6.2, increased it by 10%, 0.62, and that gives us 6.82 miles per hour by the end of the race. They both increased their speed by 10%. That was their amount of change.